what time it is now, Hero Man? Time for you to give a long speech about your plan to defeat me and take over the world? That's right! And today I brought visual aids. Holy terrifying torture, Hero Man.
Protectorate Productions Comedy Showcase. Here we go. Bells in the Bat Free, John Bell's show, can be found at thebatfree.com, on the Mutual Audio Network, and finer podcast sites.
Hello and welcome to Star Talk. We're Zip and Zoom, the Rocket Brothers, here to answer your spaceship repair questions on Intergalactic Public Radio. Now let's talk to our first caller. Hello, this is Star Talk.
Hello, my name is Dave, and I'm calling from somewhere between Earth and Jupiter.
Dave, that a nice name?
Yes, sir.
D-A-V-E?
You got it.
What can we help you with today, Dave?
Well, I'm currently out in a space pod outside my ship. I can't seem to get my ship computer to open the pod bay doors.
Whoa, that is a problem. Are the doors stuck, Dave? A couple of gallons of WD-40 should loosen her right up. I know they loosen you up. You gotta stop drinking that stuff.
It's not the doors, it's the computer. It refuses to open the doors.
Refuses to open, huh? Sounds like you have a ticked-off computer. Dave, what kind of computer runs your ship?
It's the HAL 9000 model.
Oh, I saw that computer on display at the last computer show on Alpha Centauri. I thought all it did was sing. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true. You keep singing, you'll be pushing up daisies. Dave, has this computer shown any other erratic behavior?
Well, it's misdiagnosed some problems, and it's killed off most of the crew, but other than that...
Yeah, these are pretty standard computer problems. Yeah, they all date back to Windows 95. Tell you what you need to do. Go activate the manual door release. Let yourself inside. Brilliant. That is brilliant.
Well, I thought of that, but I don't have a spacesuit with me.
You're in an EVA pod with no spacesuit? And people call us stupid. Well, at least they call me stupid, but hey, I'm not that stupid. We'll debate that later. Dave, it comes down to one question. How long can you hold your breath?
Well, I get the picture, guys. Hey, love your show.
Good luck to you, Dave. Regards to Hal. How many times have we told people wear those space suits? Millions of times. Let's go to our next caller. Hello, you're on Star Talk.
Hi, this is Jim.
Hello, Jim. Where you calling from?
Me and my buddies are heading for the moon. You know, a little exploration, a little golf.
Love those lunar vacations.
Yeah. But we've got a problem. We heard this loud bang, and now our power is all screwy.
A bang? Now, you sure it was a bang and not a boom?
Definitely a bang.
What kind of spaceship you in, Jim?
Standard NASA Apollo job, Model 13.
Have you called NASA yet?
Oh, heck no. I know how expensive these things are. I wanted to see if you guys could help me first.
It sounds to me like while you were driving around, joyriding in this Apollo, there was an errant spark in one of your oxygen mixers. What are you talking about? It's more like their martini mixer. Look, since you're out in space and kind of cut off from pot supply places, a junkyard... Oh, wait. You are wearing your spacesuits, aren't you?
Oh, yes. We are wearing our spacesuits.
Great. We'll give you credit for that much intelligence. But you're going to have to call NASA. Tell them you got a problem. The truth will set you free.
But how do I do that? How do I break it to them gently that I've blown a hole in the side of their expensive spacecraft?
I recommend you say, Houston, you've got a problem. Yeah, blame it on them. It's their fault. Really? What did they expect when they named it Apollo 13?
I guess.
Good luck to you, Jim. I hope you and the others get home okay.
Oh, we will, but we may be paying for this spacecraft for quite a while.
Hey, who knows? Maybe you can work out a movie deal or something. Yeah. Bye-bye. Okay, it's time for this week's puzzler. It is? I don't remember last week's puzzler. That's because last week's puzzler was trying to figure out what the heck you did with last week's puzzler. Oh, yeah. Did anybody solve that? No. So we have a brand new puzzler. This was sent in by somebody named Ripley. Believe it or not. Who wants the answer to this puzzler real fast. You're in a spaceship, see? And both your pet cat and a giant acid-blooded, man-eating, indestructible alien are running around loose. Sounds like our family reunion. Yeah, except quieter. Yeah. The question is, do you send the entire crew out to find the cat, Or do you consider the cat to be Purina Alien Chow and get the hell off the spaceship?
Now that's a puzzle.
Send your answers to Puzzler, Star Talk, Space Station, Geosynchronous Orbit, Above Earth,
Our Fair Planet,
Sol System, Milky Way Galaxy.
Hey, I had a Milky Way in my dad's galaxy once.
We got time for one more caller. Hello, you're on Star Talk.
Hello, this is Jim.
Hey, we just had a Jim right before the puzzler.
Why does everybody name their kids Jim these days?
Or is it that we have a tendency to shoot more Jims into space than anybody else?
If that's true, why couldn't your name have been Jim?
Huh.
Hello, Jim. What can we do for you?
I was traveling in my starship today, and we came out of light speed, and I discovered I had a Klingon problem.
I hate it when that happens. I get it in my socks all the time. You try to pull them apart, you get shocked.
Hey, vacuum head, it's not that kind of Klingon. We're talking about the meanest, nastiest, most aggressive and bloodthirsty beings in the galaxy.
IRS auditors.
Jim, don't listen to him. If you got Klingons, just hit them with everything you got to chase them off. Then let the next generation worry about them.
I can do that.
Yeah, and take a speed talking course while you're at it, will you? Bye-bye. Well, you've done it again. You've wasted another light year listening to Star Talk. Our producer is Nebula. Our director is Binary Mary. Our planetary research director is Sol System. Our agent in charge of morning liftoffs is Booster Rooster. Our secretary in charge of everything is Susan Actic, known around here as our Gal Actic. Our intern in charge of trying to win things is Hugh SS Enterprises. Our morale officer is Haywood Jatakeoff. Our personal show critic is Isaac Razumov. Our high-class liaison to procure feather pillows is Countdown. And our goon in charge of breaking legs is Photon the Torpedo. This is Zip and Zoom, the Rocket Brothers, saying, don't warp space and time like my brother.
Don't warp space and time like my brother.
Don't warp space and time like my brother.
There, you did it anyway.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And now here's a special message from our gantry chief out at Elma Gantry, Vince Boomball.
Yeah, I got your gantry right here. If you want a copy of any of these shows, there's only one way to get it.
You mean to write to us and ask for it?
You're really asking for it, you ask me. No, to turn on your tape recorders and record it while we're doing it. We got better things to do than provide you people with your own recordings. What, you got no life or what here?
Thank you for your helpful words.
Yeah, helpful dick.
Here's something from Fred Passmore and John Lawson from Sheep Laughs Comedy. You can find that over at ChristianSkitScripts.com.
Program homepage.
Look out, look out, look out. Obadiah is in the house.
Oh, no. Just what I needed.
Well, it's good to be needed, Frank.
Ow.
How you been doing, boy?
Pretty good up until now. That's Fred, by the way. Oh, where's Jeremiah? He didn't make it at all last week.
Well, that old coot went hunting with Jabez and got lost in the woods and had to spend the night out there in the cold and the rain. He made it back the next day and was sicker than an old horse downwind from a glue factory. He said to tell you that he'd be here next week,
Great.
But in the meantime, I was to take good care of you.
Well, that's real thoughtful of him. My trash can's running over this week.
Yeah, I can see that. Great, God's a goose grease. You got this thing plumb full of Yoo-Hoo bottles and ice cream sandwich wrappers. Looky here, a half-et honey bun. You want that?
No, it's in the trash.
Mind if I finish it then? Shame to waste it.
Feel free.
Oh, man, that's still good.
Can't stand when people talk with their mouth full.
You city people throw away more stuff than most country folk live on.
Well, thanks for getting the trash, and tell Jeremiah to hurry up and get well. We miss him around here and his stories.
Dig dag mollywag. I almost plumb forgot. He gave me a story to tell you. Let me find it here. Let's see. There's a fish hook with a worm on it.
Ew.
A squirrel tail with a big hunk of squirrel still on it.
Ew.
A buckeye for good luck.
Mhm.
Here it is. Let me open it. No, wait. That's a piece of paper I blowed my nose on.
Oh.
Now, here you go. Now, just sit back and let old Obadiah tell it the way it's supposed to be done, Phil. A pastor went to his church office on Monday morning and discovered a dead mule in the churchyard. So he called the police. Since it didn't appear to be a suspicious death, the police told the pastor to call the health department. And they told him there was no health problem and that he should call the sanitation department. And the manager said he couldn't pick up the mule without authorization from the mayor. Well, the pastor kind of knew the mayor, but he didn't really want to call him because the mayor had a bad temper and was kind of a hard fella to deal with. But the pastor called him anyway. Well, the mayor sure didn't disappoint him because he started to rant and rave at the pastor and finally said, "Why did you call me anyway? Ain't it your job to bury the dead?" And And the pastor thought for a second and asked the good Lord to direct his response. And then he said, "Yes, Mayor, it is my job to bury the dead, but I always like to notify the next of kin first."
We got it. We got it. Thanks for telling.
Oh, tain't nothing. Glad to do it for you, boy. I kind of like coming up here and seeing you. You're all right in my book, Freddy boy.
Oh.
Don't work too hard, you hear? Oh, rained all night the day I left. The weather, it was dry. Sun so hot I froze to death, Susanna.
Oh, man. Sounds like this. I really appreciate Jeremiah. Huh?
It snowed all day the night I left. The weather was so hot. I ate so much I starved to death. My cow, she got foot rot. Oh, Susanna, don't you leave me now. I'm coming home with a load of corn and a bag of puppy chow.
You know, if you enjoy listening to comedy and would like to do it yourself, you can. For free comedy and drama scripts for you or your drama team to perform, go to www.christianskitscript.com. Plus, you'll find soundtrack CDs you can purchase to enhance your performance of the skit. It's do-it-yourself Christian comedy at christianskitscript.com.
Well, guys, we'll be right back after a word from someone else that we actually think you might enjoy other than us.
What can I say about the Life Truth Network? Well, it's got almost everything. You've got audio drama, you've got Bible study, you've got sermons, you've even got behind the scenes. Life Truth Network is a partnership between Healthfully Podcast Network and Protectorate Productions. And I got to say, to me, it feels like a next level partnership. So if you haven't checked out life-truth.com, what are you waiting for?
Hello, I'm James Kennison, and I host a clean-cut comedy podcast called That Story Show, where we put your hilarious real-life stories and anecdotes in the spotlight. In other words, you send in your stories, and we share them with the world. We tell stories about embarrassing moments, miscommunications, people trying to get into the wrong cars, silly things kids say, goofy stuff our pets do, you know, stuff we can all relate to and laugh at. So listen and find out how you can send in your own stories to be read on an upcoming episode. Find That Story Show in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, your favorite podcast app, or just say, "Alexa, play That Story Show." Hope to hear from you soon.
Let us do another one, another comedy. This is Jadis Fates with the news. Welcome, everyone. Our correspondent, Jerry Attrick, is on the scene to do a moving picture report. Jerry?
Ah, yes. Thank you, Jadis. Well, I'm right here, and...
Jerry, that does not look like a theater.
Never said I was at the theater.
Well, how are you going to do movies?
I never said I was going to do movies. Going to do a moving picture report. Here we have this picture of a little baby. I don't like where it is over there, so these guys are going to move it over here. Move it. Keep going. Keep going. No, not there. A little more to the left. Oh, yes, that's good.
We also have a picture of a piano. Jerry, those pictures sound awfully familiar. Are you at my house?
Well, no, of course, maybe. Well,
Oh, what is that smell? Jerry, should I be concerned?
that depends.
On what?
Just depends. I'm sorry, Jadis, I'm going to have to go. Something's just come out. Come up. Back to you. Jerry, come. Jerry.
Oh, no. And here's this week's Old Time Radio Moment, brought to you by the Retro Radio Podcast and Keith Heltley.
Thomas that was sung with feeling and sincerity.
Yes, Jimmy Lockett, I've seen my duty and done it.
But I would like to point out that Mr. Crosby and Mr. Jolson were very rude. I distinctly saw them sticking their tongues out at you while you were singing.
Now, just a minute here. I wasn't sticking my tongue out at Mr. Thomas. I was sticking my tongue out at Mr. Jolson.
And as they say in French, vice versa.
I can't understand you two. You're always quarreling and bickering. I want you to apologize immediately.
Apologize to that? Why, he's so dumb he pour hot water down a hen's mouth to make her lay hard-boiled eggs. What he's doing, I swear.
Wait a minute, son. Wait a minute. I see you trying to do the same thing.
What's it?
With a rooster.
Get away, man. Man, you are uneducated almost to the point of stupidity.
Well, look who's talking.
I'm talking.
Look who's talking.
Yes, I am.
Where did you ever go to school?
I went to school way up on a hill.
What school was that?
High school.
Oh, my.
I got very good marks, too, brother. Teachers' pets, well, some of them did.
So you're a smart man, huh?
You are so right.
Well, if you are so smart, let me hear you spell Mississippi. Got him there. Let me hear you spell Mississippi.
You mean the state or the river?
Oh, now let me hear it. Man, you definitely must have gone to school during recess. That's the only time. That's the only time.
I went hunting when I was supposed to go to school. I'm a big hunter.
You're a hunter?
Biggest kind of hunter. Biggest kind of hunter.
Oh, man, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute.
Wait and talk it.
Got the butt in your mouth. You is talking now to the man who went duck hunting on a big lake in the middle of the Sahara Desert.
Just a minute. There ain't no lake on the Sahara Desert.
Right. This big flock of ducks came flying in and lit on this big lake on the Sahara Desert.
Ain't no lake on the Sahara Desert.
Now, wait a minute.
No lake?
Don't corrupt me, please. Don't corrupt me.
Ain't no lake there, no.
Well, just as I came to the lake, the temperature dropped 80 degrees, and it froze the ducks' feet right in the lake.
Oh, now, you ain't going to tell me you walked out on that ice and picked up the ducks with your hands.
Well, I started to go for the ducks, but when they seen me coming, they up and flew away, carrying the ice with them. And that's why to this day, there ain't no lake in the middle of the Sahara Desert.
Have a good day, and remember, laughter, it's a really good medicine.
Be sure to go to bit.ly/funnycommunity to join our funny community. Comment on episodes and who knows what else. That's bit.ly/funnycommunity.